The Secret Place Revelations. September 27, 2024. Updated on September 30, 2024 at 1900 hours. 1. Past 2 weeks. I wrap a thick white cloth in the mannerism of a monk, revealing one of the shoulders of a square-faced wide man and the dusky man in black, as both of them now stand in front of me, facing Death Conqueror standing several meters away, dressed in a vertically debossed full-sleeved light sky blue top over trousers. 2. Past week. The side view of my supervisor and her husband Professor Sanjay Jain stand together, facing to the left in front of Avdesh Prasad, as 2 red streams of bloody tears flow out of both their eyes as they are pleading to him to let my model get published, as Avdesh Prasad stands with a prideful and rigid posture. 3. September 25th night. A small framed vision of Professor Sanjay Jain moving away to the left, with Professor Nivedita Deo standing facing the viewer on the right side of the vision in the background of a room/home, as she says, "He wants to give me a divorce." 4. September 25th night. My supervisor tells me that Sanjay sir has found a conference for me to attend in Chennai. 5. Morning. The bottom view of my supervisor handing out a paper to me as she says, "Here's your resignation." 6. Resignation. The upper half of the department's head, Professor Debajyoti Chaudhary, in an off-white tunic in a light sky blue background, as he hands out a page to me with resignation written in bold red on top, but as one reads further, one spot's cancelled written in front. Resignation cancelled. 7. CPTSD. Dr. Betsy Usher. drbetsyusher.com. Could you be mistaken for having BPD after narcissistic abuse? Article by Dr. Betsy Usher. This question is beyond important and extremely insightful. I am currently writing a thesis on this topic, and will share with you what I have discovered and what I believe during my research and experience. The answer is 100% yes. I believe about 80% of those diagnosed with borderline personality disorder (BPD) are suffering from CPTSD from narcissistic abuse with abandonment issues. Although they still meet criteria for BPD, mostly due to fears of abandonment from the abuse, they are not the stigmatized version of BPD that most are familiar with. Therefore, I believe there are 2 types of borderlines. Type 1. A small percent, let's say 20%, of those with BPD are those who are unable to benefit from therapy, are abusive, and also have a comorbid diagnosis of narcissist personality disorder. They are unreachable in an emotional context. They have true personality disorders and are unable to change or get better. This is the stigmatized version of BPD that we mostly hear about. Type 2. These individuals show change through therapy, have insight, growth, and may not even meet criteria for BPD in the future, as research has shown. They are not the abusers. They are the survivors of covert or overt narcissist abuse. Type 1 is a true personality disorder. According to the DSM-5, personality disorders are pervasive, inflexible, and they are stable over time. Research has shown that treatment for personality disorders such as narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, and antisocial personality disorder has little to no effect in changing symptomology. These individuals do not get better in therapy, remain abusive, and are unable to mentalize and grow. Type 2, therefore, is not a true personality disorder by definition. They are fundamentally different than all the other personality disorders because these individuals are able to grow and change through therapy. The borderline experience in these individuals is not pervasive, inflexible, and stable over time. It is the opposite. They are highly emotionally intelligent, have empathy, high sensitivity, and emotional attunement. However, they still look like and meet criteria BPD. Approximately 80% of individuals with BPD that are in therapy no longer have symptoms after 6 to 10 years. Only 11% of those in remission have a recurrent episode after those 6 to 10 years. If 80% of those diagnosed with BPD are getting better, they literally do not meet criteria for a personality disorder. So, 80% of these individuals are not true borderlines, they are something else. 8. Can being in a narcissist relationship cause me to develop borderline personality disorder? Quora. 9. Can narcissistic abuse cause BPD? Quora. 10. What is splitting in borderline personality disorder? Explained by Dr. Ramani, video on YouTube. 11. Splitting of psyche. 2. Splitting of psyche. Vision Room D4. Late 2021. A translucent yellowish abstract thin light surface splitting in two. Splitting of my psyche. 12. The book was banned. The book was banned. 13. It's a diary entry. My supervisor says. Paraphrase: the book cannot be banned. It's a diary entry. The book cannot be banned. It's a diary entry. 14. August 8, 2023, page 498. Number 15. Outpouring of oil. The side view of a wheatish version of Bella's face lifted up facing to the left, making the prophetic symbol, as yellowish oil continuously poured down from a white packet of oil on her forehead from a few cms above. Only a part of the white packet was visible as the oil kept pouring down on her forehead. The packet then moved towards her open protruding mouth, pouring oil in there as well and moving back to her forehead as she lay with closed eyes, fully immersed in the moment. It reminded me of the previous vision in which I had a burst of the white blob of liquid shiny and glittery Holy Spirit on my forehead that I felt sinking in, written on page 52. 15. I kick away Death Conqueror's heart. Death Conqueror in a light sky blue top with vertically debossed stripes over navy blue trousers stands with a deep red love heart held with both his hands in front of me as I kick it away hatefully. It repeats. The vision now shows the side view of him standing with a giant red love heart on the left side of the vision facing me in a dark spacey background. I reject it as I shout, "It's a lie." 16. October 28, 2023, page 576. The face of Death Conqueror until his throat as he. Oh, the face of Death Conqueror until his throat as he cries hard and puts a gun at the left side of his head in a white background. 17. January 29, 2023, page 142. 142. A red scale. 1. Dream vision, early morning between 6 to 7 a.m. Towards the end of that dream, I saw a flat steel scale coated with a red plastic cover in a dark background. The scale was around 15 to 20 cms long and 1 to 1.5 cms wide, and had things scribbled on it in white, and on the right end of the scale was written a huge sorry. It was the only word that was legible and was much bigger than other scribbled things. After a few seconds I heard "I'm sorry" in the spirit. 18. Night, September 26th. I paste cash notes on the face of the dusky man in black, leaving loose ends on the right side followed by his entire body hiding his entire frame. The follow-up vision now shows me walking on the road with him covered with that sheet of leaves of cash notes. 19. A semi-animated vision of my supervisor's face until her neck as she's crying out loudly like a little child with a wide open mouth as she says, "It's all there. It's all there. She won't take it down." The vision repeats several times. 20. A square-faced wide man of medium stature in beige and dark brown clothes stands in front of the jungle wall of the room as he throws a stone at me. 21. My supervisor stands in front of the wall as she throws a stone at me with a blurry vision of others standing around not clearly visible in the vision. 22. Glory says, "Kartika apne paise le, aur wapis chali ja." The follow-up vision afterwards shows him handing me a bunch of money as he says, "Kartika yi paislu or vapis chali ja." 23. The upper half of Professor Debajoti Chaudhary in an off-white tunic with a molten smiling expression as he says gently, "You love us." It is followed by him lightly slapping my face like I am a child. 24. A square-faced lightly dusky man and the dusky man in black near my head put a bundle of money on top of my head. 25. As I am on my bed, I see Professor Tiara standing in front of the jungle wall throws a bundle of cash notes at my face, followed by one more "Prof. Thank you for your attention. If you feel blessed by this revelatory ministry, and it has spoken to you at some level, kindly feel free to show some love by donating any amount being as small as 10 rupees on my PayPal, Kartika Panwar at Yahoo.in.